Hi everybody, my name's Ed Morris and I'm Technical Manager for Technic. Now before we start this video today, please make sure that you hit subscribe because then you'll be notified to any new content that we upload to our YouTube page. Now today we're going to take a look at a new product which is the CALEFFI eCAL. Now this is an electrolytic anti-scale device for systems. It's also got some hidden benefits and features as well. So throughout this video we're going to take a look at some of the features and benefits and some of the installation guides that come along with it. So this is the CALEFFI eCAL. Now what it is, it's a chemical-free water treatment system or electrolytical scale device or anti-scale device. Now there's some features that are built into this which are quite unique to the product but also help it function in a way that's going to help you, the installer, but also the end user, to make sure that you're removing any scale from the system. So let's look at the scalers. What are they? What do they do? So essentially what we have is two different metallics or metallic materials which sit within the body itself. Now they create like an electrolytic effect or galvanic effect. Now as the water passes over them, it creates like an electrical field, and that helps to break down the content of the water, or the molecular content of the water, to change its structure, which means that scale can't function. So as the water passes over there, it passes over the submerged metal discs which are inside here, and it helps to start remove that scale which is in the water. But also in there as well, there's creates what we call a vortex effect. So the water swirls around inside, it creates air bubbles. That also aids with the structure, or the breakdown of the structure of the water, to aid in that process of breaking it down and removing the scale from the system source. So when you're using hot water systems or heating systems, we're raising the temperature, we're removing the ability for the scale to be able to build up on things like immersion heaters or other parts of heat sources. So it's really important, and some really clever features which are built inside of this valve itself. So I think it's now important to look at some of the other features which are built into the eCAL. So we've spoken about how it works, so we've spoken about that anti-scale function where the water passes over the two metallic discs inside there, but there's other features which are built in here as well. So first of all, we've got a 50 micron filter mesh which is in there. So any impurities which may come in through the water supply, those can be taken out at source. So we haven't got to worry about them passing through the system and causing problems elsewhere. We can take them out at source. So that's one of the really clever features. But also in here as well, we've got a magnet as well. So any of that metallic content, that sludge which may come through from external sources, from systems, that'll be removed at source as well. So one of the really clever things about the eCAL is that three-stage approach. So we've got that sort of the breakdown of the metallic discs inside. We've got that filter. We've also got a metallic a magnet as well. So it removes all the impurities at source, so we can make sure the system is going to be as clean, as healthy as possible. So looking back at some of the features that we've spoken about, so we're talking about the operating principle, we've talked about some of the built-in features. I think it's important to understand some of the features or benefits of why fitting this kind of product is really going to help the system. So first of all, the main one is it's lime scale. We're going to remove that lime scale from the system, which is really important for longevity, but also the performance of systems and the efficiency alongside that. So first one is the lack of lime scale, the removal of lime scale, but also it's chemical free. There are no chemicals within this product which are going to cause harm elsewhere in the system. Sometimes if you overdose or underdose the system, it can have some real impact on some of the seals or the metal products or the metal content in there. So chemical free is always really good, but also for flexibility of install, there's no electricity required. Although we talk about electrolytic descaler, it doesn't actually need any electricity to be connected, so you can connect it anywhere where there's, even when there's no power supply. But because of the way the function is inside, it creates its own sort of electronic field in there to remove it itself. So the features are lack of lime scale or no lime scale in the system, chemical free, but also no electricity is required to make it function. So I think the next thing that's important to understand is why do we fit them, or the importance of fitting a product like this. So we talk about longevity of systems and making sure that they're working properly. Now anything where we've got heat exchangers, so things like heat exchangers in boilers or heat sources, so things like immersions in tanks, etc., they are really prone to scale build-up just because of the heat that sits in there. It's a prime breeding ground for scale to build up. So what this will do is it will help prevent that. Up to 85% of the scale in the system will be removed simply by fitting a product like this. Now with regards to ongoing maintenance, it's very easy to maintain. From a yearly perspective, for instance, as we've got the gauze filter in there, which evidently has got a visible window so you can see how dirty the system is. It's simple. You unscrew, you take it away, you clean it. There's a dry pocket magnet in there also, so we can remove that magnet content, but also the debris within the system. So from an ongoing maintenance perspective, it's very easy. Once a year will depend on how dirty the system is. But the lifespan of this is roughly about 7 years. So after 7 years, you replace the whole cartridge, which means you replace the internals. So where we spoke about those metal discs before, or inside there, they will have a lifespan which is about 7 years. Obviously that depends on the system, the hardness of the water, but we work on average about 7 years lifespan for this. But 7 years of this will give you a huge longevity of your overall system for many years past those 7 years. So those are the reasons why, the important reasons why we fit something like the eCAL. So just to sum up the features, the benefits and the reasons why we fit the eCAL, we've spoken about the performance, so the way it works. We've got those metal discs inside there, removing that scale at source, or we're changing the makeup of the water to ensure that scale can't be built up. But we've got the three-stage process, so anti-scale, the filtration, but also the magnet as well, so that's really, really good. But also, no need for chemicals in the system, so we're going to get your dosing levels right. You can, remove the need for that, but also no electricity, so there's no power supply, there's no ongoing energy costs, etc. So from that perspective, it really does add an efficiency to the system. So those are the reasons, the features and benefits of why we would fit the CALEFFI eCAL. Now, if you'd like any more details on the eCAL or any of our other products in our range, please visit our website, which is www.altechnic.co.uk. Thank you for watching this video.